Leonardo AI has released a new version of Motion 2. Welcome, my name is Rosh, and I'm the co-host of the Creative AI Show, where we are two creative guys talking AI, and Leonardo has launched Motion 2 Fast, which is a cheaper version of their Motion 2 AI video model. If you're not on Motion 2 Fast, you can just click here and you can see the other Motion models, such as Veo 3, the original Motion 1, which honestly is not that good, Motion 2, which is much better, but now we have Motion 2 Fast, which doesn't cost as much. And sometimes we can get a lot of work done with lower cost models before we use the higher cost models. But they need to be comparable. So let's test a couple prompts to see if that's the case. And along the left side, we do have a number of options, such as motion control, a good list, a healthy list here, as well as motion elements, again, another healthy list, prompt adherence, the vibe, lighting, color theme, quality. We're going to go with a 16:9 and the number of videos, just one. And we'll pretty much just leave everything at default and start with our first prompt. A pirate ship racing through an asteroid field at light speed with red alien pirates. So first we'll generate Motion 2, which will cost us 300 credits. And then we'll do it again with Motion Fast, which costs half the number of credits. Okay, Fast did go a lot faster. So yeah, it looks like it was about half the time for Fast. And let's take a look at the quality. Here is what Leonardo Motion 2 did. What do you think? That's interesting. I don't see a light speed. No, I don't know. Okay. And is that a pirate ship? Oh, I guess it, well, I was thinking more traditional pirate ship. But let's take a look at what Fast did. Well, here's Fast, and it's going a lot faster. I mean, the action is faster. I think this is better. Interestingly enough, I do think this one's better. Let's try something different and see what happens. So again, we'll use Motion 2. Okay, this time, point of view of a train on railroad tracks going through a city, then morphing into countryside, and lastly, under the ocean. Generate. And we'll also go to Motion Fast and generate again for half the cost. Okay, here we are. Here is Leonardo 2.0. And let's see, point of view. No, I don't think it's that good. It's not really. Obviously, I was thinking of a train on a tracks. But again, you have to remember, and we often say this, prompting is a big part of this. And so if you leave a lot of interpretation up to the AI, it will then interpret. So let's take a look at Fast. Let's see, more point of view. We're missing some elements. I'm going to say that actually Fast was better. Neither one gave me exactly what I was looking for, but that also could be inherent of the Motion 2. I mean, Motion 2 is not the best of the AI video models. It's much better than one which was absolutely horrible, and this one is more comparable to the more modern versions like Veo 3 and Kling and Runway, which are solid models. Let's see how they do with a person. For those of you who regularly watch our videos, this is a familiar prompt, and we often use familiar prompts like this to compare models, so we can start to notice the little things a lot easier because we know what to expect with the various models. And a model walking down a city street with say different gloves or dress colors, that's something that we use quite often. I did add a city celebration to put a little more, more elements in the background, just to see how well this holds together. Now let's check this one out with Motion 2.0 first. And now we'll do the same with fast. And I do appreciate that they don't clear out that screen there. That is very helpful. Here is Leonardo's Motion 2. And yeah, this is a model walking down a city. Oh, I love those pink shoes, by the way. Look at those pink shoes. That's great. But it's a celebration in the background, it looks like. Not too rowdy, but something going on in the background. And we're really focused on the model here. Let's check out fast. And in fast, wow, look, more celebration. And actually, the model is a part of the celebration. The other one, the model is more the traditional model, but this has more character. So I got to tell you, this new fast model, in many ways, I think does a better job than 2.0. So the question is it worth half the price? I'm going to say yes, but let's check it out with food. So another familiar prompt, chef cutting a steak and eating a piece of steak in a fancy restaurant. And this is a tough prompt for a lot of the AIs. Cutting a piece of steak, eating is really tough. So we'll see what happens here. Let's start off with Motion 2. And then fast. Again, I really appreciate those prompts staying there. Let's see what happens. And here we go again. And I'll reiterate that the time it takes for the Motion 2 is maybe about double the time, but maybe only, say, 70% more time in some cases. I would say this one took, I don't know, maybe 45 seconds, and this one took about 60 seconds. It's in the range because as soon as it renders and the time clock goes away. Let's take a look at version 2. And there's chef cutting a steak. Oh, where'd the piece of steak come from? Let's see. Cutting. Okay, kind of right. A little awkward. I'm going to say I don't like this very much at all. Let's take a look at fast. Here's chef cutting steak. Well, I got to say, yeah, the steak again, the piece and how it got on the fork and what happened to the knife, it kind of goes out of frame. And yeah, okay, so the knife turns into a fork with a piece of steak. But there's one thing going on here that's really good. I'm going to say eating the steak, not bad, considering. Again, this is not the strongest model. But Leonardo is a really multi-tool location for AI. And if you're going to actually use AI regularly, but not, say, on a professional scale, but maybe for social media, maybe for your own fun, Leonardo has a lot of options and a lot of things you can do. And they have been improving their video. And I do think this is actually an upgrade. If they had said this was, say, 2.2, or 2.5, I would almost accept it just because I think we're getting a little bit better results. I mean, there are some physics issues. There are some detail issues. We've noticed that throughout in both of them, but they're worse versus fast based on what I've seen here today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to hear more about AI for the Creative, check into the Creative AI Show every Monday on this YouTube channel, where we are two creative guys talking AI. I'll see you in the next video.